Last weekend, Emma and her friends went to the zoo. It was a bright, sunny day, and they were all very excited. They bought their tickets and entered the zoo. The first stop was the elephant enclosure. Emma had never seen an elephant so close before. It was huge, with big ears and a long trunk. The elephant was eating some leaves, and Emma could hear it munching loudly. After watching the elephant, they walked to the giraffe area. The giraffes were very tall, with long necks that seemed to reach the sky. Emma laughed when one of the giraffes reached out its neck to grab some leaves from a tree. Then they went to see the monkeys. The monkeys were very playful, swinging from tree to tree and making funny noises. Emma and her friends couldn't stop laughing. Later, they visited the lion's den. The lions were lying in the sun, looking very calm and peaceful. The zookeeper told them that lions usually sleep for most of the day. After visiting all the animals, they went to the zoo cafe to have some food. They sat at a table and ate sandwiches while discussing their favorite animals. Emma was so happy that she could see so many amazing animals. She promised herself to return to the zoo again soon.
It was a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and John decided to go to the park. The weather was perfect for a walk. The sun was shining, and there was a light breeze. When John arrived, he saw many people enjoying the day. Some were walking their dogs, others were jogging, and many were sitting on the grass enjoying picnics. John walked around the park and saw a group of children playing soccer. They were having so much fun. The ball was flying everywhere, and everyone was running after it. John smiled and remembered the times he played soccer with his friends when he was younger. After a while, John decided to sit down on the grass. He took a book out of his bag and started reading. The peaceful atmosphere of the park made it easy to relax and enjoy the book. There were birds singing in the trees, and the sound of children laughing made him feel happy. After reading for a while, John met some friends who were also enjoying the park. They sat together on the grass, talked, and shared some snacks. It was a perfect day to enjoy nature and relax. John left the park feeling happy and recharged.
After a long week at work, Anna was excited for a cozy evening at home. She turned on the lights and made herself a cup of tea. The weather outside was chilly, and Anna was happy to be indoors. She put on her favorite blanket and sat on the couch. Her cat jumped onto her lap, and they both settled down to relax. Anna decided to watch a movie. She chose a comedy because she wanted to laugh. As the movie played, she made some popcorn. The smell of the popcorn filled the living room, and it made everything feel even cozier. Anna wrapped herself in the blanket, sipped her tea, and enjoyed the warmth of her home. The movie was funny, and Anna laughed out loud at the jokes. She felt comfortable and peaceful in her cozy space. After the movie, she felt relaxed and happy. Anna was grateful for the little moments of peace that made her feel good.
Laura loves baking, and today she decided to try a new cupcake recipe. She gathered all the ingredients: flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and vanilla extract. Laura also prepared some chocolate frosting for the cupcakes. First, she mixed the dry ingredients together in one bowl. In another bowl, she beat the eggs with the butter and sugar. When the wet ingredients were ready, she added them to the dry ingredients and stirred until the batter was smooth. Laura preheated the oven and filled the cupcake tins with the batter. She carefully placed the tins in the oven and set the timer for high moving minutes. While the cupcakes were baking, Laura cleaned the kitchen and prepared the frosting. When the cupcakes were ready, she took them out of the oven and let them cool. Once they were cool enough, Laura decorated each cupcake with a swirl of chocolate frosting and sprinkles. The cupcakes looked beautiful. Laura took a bite of one, and it was delicious. She was proud of her baking skills and shared the cupcakes with her family. Everyone loved them, and they asked for the recipe. Laura smiled and said, "Baking is always fun."
Daniel loves reading, and one of his favorite places to visit is the library. One Saturday afternoon, he went to the library to borrow some new books. When he entered, he was immediately surrounded by rows and rows of bookshelves. The library was very quiet, and Daniel liked the peaceful atmosphere. He walked to the fiction section and looked through the books. There were so many interesting titles, and it was hard to choose which ones to borrow. Daniel picked a few books that seemed exciting and took them to the librarian to check them out. The librarian smiled and helped him with the checkout process. Before leaving, Daniel stopped by the reading area. There were few people sitting in chairs, reading their books quietly. Daniel found a comfortable seat, opened one of his new books, and began to read. He loved how books could take him to different worlds and teach him new things. After an hour, Daniel decided to go home, but he couldn't wait to read more. The library was always a great place to find new adventures and books.